Hello everyone, I'm going to speak to you about astangata and the dangers of it. Astangata creates a fixed negative behavior for a person for years and years and years. If you have that, if you're wondering if you have one, then you'll notice that you've been having it for, ever since and you wonder why you have this negative behavior. I'm going to tell you what are the negative behaviors that you have based on the astangatas of the sun. But first, the astangata itself. What is an astangata? Astangata means combustion. When the sun is in conjunction, which means when the sun is in the same rasi with the another graha, and it is very close. Okay, of course there are different degrees and things like that technically, but if it comes to a proximity with another graha, then it sort of engulfs the graha itself. Let's say it comes close to the moon, it comes to a certain degrees. What happens? The power or the potency or the benefits of the moon will be diminished or obscured. Some people call it the hidden as well. So remember, when the sun goes close to a graha, that particular graha becomes diminishes. And you can find this out in your charts. But of course, if you don't know anything about this, then you can always connect with me. I can have a look in your charts for a small fee together with the remedies needed for that. Now, that particular problem will create a negative character or a behavior within you. Okay, so let me give you the examples of the grahas and when the astangata occurs. Now, what happens when the sun goes close or proximity to the moon? Okay, and that becomes astangata of the moon. What happens is a person will have emotional problems. So you may wonder, why do you have this fickle-mindedness? You're not really sure what you're going to do. Sometimes you want to follow that guy, sometimes you want to follow this person, and so on. You don't have a set idea on what you really need to do. You keep changing. Sometimes your moods, like it sways ups and down. There's an upheaval of mood. Sometimes you're overly gung-ho, you want to do things. Or the other days you're just indolent, just lying down on your couch. You just don't get the stability in the emotions. Lack of empathy, that's another example. So you don't care much about people, right? What do you call it? That feeling of, you just don't care, right? You just don't care. That's their problem, that kind of stuff. There's no sense of inclusiveness, very exclusive mindset. So a lot of emotional problems, sometimes overly angry, sometimes overly fearful, sometimes overly sad, sometimes overly joyful. It's just not it's a constant flux, I would say. That's one thing you'll have, right? Now, what happens when the sun goes to proximity to the Mars, Mangal, right? Sevai, as we call it in Tamil. What happens is you'll have lack of courage. There would not be any kind of assertiveness. Okay, you want something, you need to be confident. Okay, I want to do that. Okay, I want to get things done. Okay, I need to go there. That moving, that tenacious, that kinetic factor is not there. You just procrastinate tomorrow, the day after, or I don't want to go. What happens if I do something and it fails? That sort of mindset is in. Next, when the sun goes overly close to Mercury, Buddha. Okay, Buddha is confidence in your speech, your communication, and also intellect. Right. So these kind of people, they don't know what they're saying. Sometimes they overly talk, sometimes just nonsense, and then they get trouble from it, or they don't speak when the right time is. They just keep themselves keep whatever their thoughts is to themselves, and they make decisions based on their emotions, not on their intellect. And we all know the intellect is meant to take decisions, logical decisions, not the emotions. But most of the time, these people, they take decisions based on the emotion, which always goes wrong, right? The next will be when the sun goes overly close to Guru Bhagwan, Jupiter. Lack of wisdom. There's no wisdom. If you have no wisdom, then you will have problems with learning from your lessons. Mainly, that's one of the biggest problems when you have Guru Bhagwan in Astangata. You would not learn from your mistakes. You make the same mistake again and again and again, wondering why, right? So simply finding your Astangata, fixing it by performing certain remedy, solve all the problems. It's a life-changing experience, actually. Guru Bhagwan, Astangata, also another thing, they're judgmental. They're very judgmental, they judge something before it happens, good or bad. They just judge someone. That's another bad thing. Shukra, Venus, when sun goes overly close to Venus, relationship issues. They don't know how to engage in a communication. They don't know how to connect with another person. They don't know how to behave in a crowd. lack of support. They cannot lend their support to their partner. They don't share the pain of their partner, nothing like that. They are just very selfless, very cold, that kind of thing. So relationship problems, you have Venus astangata. Did I miss anything else? Yes, of course. Rahu and Ketu, these chaya grahas or shadowy grahas, these guys, they will reduce, or in fact even remove totally your spiritual progress in life. Spirituality is very important, right? Because spirituality gives you the sense of peace. Happiness is just a marketing word, guys. It's not a real thing. The real happiness is peace, right? Peace and tranquility, and a sense of calmness and collected. You know what's going on, and you have a great idea on what you should be doing. You're not really, it's not fuzzy, it's not ambiguous. You're confident is from that sense of peace and tranquil within you. So remember, these are all the astangatas of the grahas. I hope I did not miss anything. Yeah, I did not miss anything. Okay, so if you have that, any of these what I've just said, and you're having it for years and years and years, most likely you have an astangata in your charts, right? Now, of course, if you don't know how to go about it, if this sounds very technical and all that, just connect with me through WhatsApp. The detail is in the bio, and I can have it checked for you for a very small fee. So I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.